Hey there, welcome back to Growing Mindset. Have you ever wondered why certain investments like stocks, gold, and Bitcoin seem to skyrocket at the same time? Well, it's not just luck or coincidence. It has a lot to do with something called the M2 money supply. In today's video, we'll break down what this means, why it's exploding right now, and how it's driving up the value of these popular assets. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how the money supply affects the market and what it means for your wallet. What is M2 money supply? Let's start with the basics. The M2 money supply is essentially a measure of all the money circulating in an economy. It includes cash and coins you carry in your wallet, checking and savings accounts at banks, money market funds, and other near-liquid assets. In simple terms, it's a way of measuring how much money is available for spending and investing. Why is the M2 money supply exploding? Over the past few years, especially since the COVID-19 pandemic, governments and central banks around the world have injected trillions of dollars into their economies. Why? Stimulus packages. Governments handed out checks, boosted unemployment benefits, and provided financial aid to businesses. Low interest rates. Central banks slashed interest rates, making borrowing cheaper. Quantitative easing, QE. Central banks bought bonds and other securities, pumping money into the financial system. As a result, the M2 money supply has skyrocketed, meaning there's more money floating around than ever before. How does this affect stocks? When there's more money in the economy, people and institutions often look for ways to invest it. Here's how that impacts stocks. Increased demand. More money means more investors buying stocks, which drives up prices. Cheap borrowing. Low interest rates make it easier for companies to borrow money, expand, and boost profits, which makes their stocks more attractive. Inflation hedge. Stocks are seen as a good hedge against inflation, so more investors pour money into them. Example, tech stocks like Apple and Tesla soared in recent years, partly because of this flood of money into the market. Why gold is soaring? Gold has always been considered a safe haven asset, especially during times of uncertainty. Here's why the M2 explosion benefits gold. Inflation protection. As more money enters the economy, inflation tends to rise. Gold is a traditional hedge against inflation. Weaker dollar. When there's too much money, the value of the dollar can drop, making gold more appealing as a store of value. Global demand. Central banks and individual investors often buy gold during times of monetary expansion. Example, in 2020, gold hit record highs as investors sought refuge from market volatility and inflation fears. Bitcoin and the crypto boom. Digital gold. Bitcoin is often referred to as digital gold because it's limited in supply and is seen as a hedge against inflation. Institutional adoption. Big players like Tesla, MicroStrategy, and even some governments have started investing in Bitcoin, adding to its demand. Fiat currency concerns. With so much money being printed, people are losing trust in traditional currencies and turning to decentralized options like Bitcoin. Example, Bitcoin's price surged past $60,000 in 2021, driven by both retail and institutional interest. The risks of an expanding M2 money supply. While the M2 explosion has its benefits, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Here are some risks. Inflation. Too much money can lead to rising prices, eroding the value of your savings. Asset bubbles. When money flows too quickly into assets like stocks or Bitcoin, it can create unsustainable price levels that might eventually crash. Economic inequality. Not everyone benefits equally from an expanding money supply, which can widen the gap between the rich and the poor. Example, the housing market in the US saw a surge in prices, making it harder for first-time buyers to afford homes. What does this mean for you? So how can you navigate this environment and make the most of the M2 explosion? Here are some tips. Diversify your investments. Don't put all your money in one basket. Consider a mix of stocks, gold, and maybe even some Bitcoin. Focus on long-term growth. Short-term market swings are common. Stay focused on your financial goals. Stay educated. Keep learning about the economy and how money supply impacts markets. The more you know, the better decisions you'll make. Watch for opportunities. In times of change, there are always opportunities. opportunities. Stay alert and act wisely. The explosion of the M2 money supply is shaping the financial world in ways we've never seen before. Stocks, gold, and Bitcoin are soaring because of it, and understanding these trends can help you make smarter financial decisions. So, what do you think? Are you ready to take advantage of this unprecedented monetary environment? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights into the world of finance.